Hey guys, it is Rappercopter here, and today we'll be doing another reaction video, as you can see in the title, obviously. So this one is called Birthday Party Prank. Okay, I think this one's gonna be funny and kind of sad, because then she'll be disappointed, I bet. So let's get into it.
So there's this girl in my school, and she was really one of the popular girls, and it was her birthday, and she was hosting a party. So she went around to everybody that she knew, and she gave them invitations. While I was watching her give the invitation, I was like, yeah, I know she's not going to come to me. So then it was lunchtime, and I sat down, and then all of a sudden, I saw her walking up to me, and I was like, oh, is she going to ask me? Please let her ask me. I really want to go to this party. She handed me this envelope. So I opened it, and then it says, you're invited to this party. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually invited to her party. I was so excited that day. Like in class, I was just excited thinking about what I'm gonna wear, what hairstyle I'm gonna do. The school day ended, and then I just had to rush and do homework because the party started an hour later. And then I went in my closet, took out my clothes, and then did my hair, took a shower, and everything like that to get ready for the party. I ran out the house, and I walked there, and it took like 5 minutes. When I got there, I didn't even see any lights. I didn't hear music. I didn't see any balloons, or nothing was decorated. It was just dark inside the whole house. I was thinking to myself, wait, did she trying to ditch me? Did she prank me? Was she trying to fool me? I wanted to make sure that I'm at the right house, so I looked at the invitation again, and that was her house number. So I looked up at the house, and it said that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe she did try to ditch me. Maybe she did try to fool me. Maybe she did try to prank me. So I ran back to the house and started crying, laying on the bed. And I had all these emotions in me. I was sad, mad, tired, frustrated. I just had to let it out that day. So the next morning came. I woke up, and I actually didn't feel like going to school that day because I didn't even want to see her face. I said to myself, she maybe thinks that I could never be popular. Maybe that's why she didn't invite me. I told my mom everything that happened. So then she was like, it's okay, honey, but you have to go to school today. You don't want to miss out any work. So I was like, yeah, Mom, you're right. I should really go to school. That day, I just went, and everybody just stared at me. And in my head, I was thinking, wow, they're doing this. But then I just ignored them. I went to all my periods in school, and I just forgot about it, and that's how it ended.
That one was good. I like that one. So it was kind of happy, and then she stood up, and then everyone was mad at her. Alright. Okay, so this one's called Driving Test Fail. Let's get into it. This one's gonna be interesting.
The first time I went to take my driving test, everything was fine and dandy. I brought everything necessary to take the test. I waited till the DMV called my name, then I got in my car to start the test. As we were driving around, I was doing everything right. I was checking my mirrors, had a safe 3 to 5 second following distance, and was constantly scanning and focusing on the road. At the end of the test, however, the driving test person told me to turn into a neighborhood and do a reverse turn around the corner. The first time I did it, I ended up in the middle of the street. So she let me do it again, telling me to stay in my lane. The second time I did it, I ended up in the middle of the street again. She took some notes, and as I was driving back to the DMV, she told me I did everything well except reverse turn around a corner, so I didn't pass. But I should practice that turn and come back in a week. Even though I was slightly disappointed, I understood my mistake and practiced reverse turning around a corner every day the next week. After a week, I finally went back to take the test, except I had a different lady testing me. I was a little nervous from failing the first time, but I tried to push that nervousness out of my head. Right when I turned out of the DMV to start my second test, the driving tester yelled, "This is your second test and you make that mistake? You just turned with another car coming full speed into this lane." I was so shaken up, I didn't even completely realize what I was doing wrong. Next, she told me to switch lanes, and I did as quickly as possible because I was so scared that she would yell at me again. But then she did and said I cut off the person driving behind me. She was so angry that she literally said, "I can't even finish your test. You need so much more practice. We are going back right now." When we pulled into the DMV, I saw my dad's smiling face, hoping I had passed, but I just started crying. The driving tester got out of my car and slammed the door, and I shook my head no as my dad came to the car asking if I had passed. I was so embarrassed. I failed yet again. The next month, I drove a lot more and practiced as much as I could to get comfortable again. When I decided to take the test again, we went to a different DMV because I was too afraid that I would get one of the driving testers I had before. This time, I had a very nice man who made me feel comfortable by asking about my summer and speaking a little about his. When we pulled into the parking lot after he had me do all the parts of the test, he said, "Wow, you did so well. What made you fail the first 2 times?" Finally passing with such a response made the 2 driving test failures worth it.
I was happy. Shout out to the teacher in the end. Okay, here's the next one. It's called My Parents Said No, but I Did It Anyway. Dave parodies a YouTuber story. I don't know what this is about, obviously, but let's see.
The first time I picked up a camera was probably back in grade 10. It was this big, bulky device, heavy to carry, and honestly, I had no idea how to use. But at that time, and still till this day, I watched a ton of YouTube. Creators like Kev Jumba, Nika Higa, Shay Carl, Philip DeFranco, the OGs of YouTube. I wanted to do exactly what they were doing. Pick up a camera and just talk and connect with an audience. Except for when I picked up a camera, nothing came out of my mouth. I didn't know what to say, and more importantly, I couldn't make a connection with anyone. Making videos was just a hobby during high school for me. Because in high school, only one thing mattered to me: being popular. I wanted to be that cool Asian dude from that movie Tokyo Drift, with all the ladies and the supercars. But that couldn't happen because all I had was a bike. And my grades ended up paying big time for that. I used to slack off, not hand in my assignments, be unprepared for every single test given to me. It was bad, guys. I'm not even exaggerating with you. My average mark was probably a C throughout my senior year. And you think me coming home with a C average to my Asian parents is a good thing? I say nay. Let's just say my ass cheeks were pretty sore that year. My parents were 100% set that I needed to be in university. I was sitting looking out at the window, just looking at the cars drive by and wondering to myself, what am I doing? I just felt so lost, and more than anything, scared. What am I gonna do in 1 year? Where will I be in 3 years? If I can get you guys to take anything away from this video, is not to care about being popular in school. It is so insignificant. Just worry about you. Do you in high school. And it wasn't until I got to university where I really took this in, where I thought to myself, I need to start doing me. And that's when I picked up the camera again and I started the David Parody channel. I started doing things for myself. And honestly, it was the best decision of my life. Yes, I lost a ton of friends, but I was okay with that. I even had to go against my parents, my own damn parents. They saw how much time I was spending on my YouTube over school, and guess what? They didn't like it. I wanted YouTube to be my full-time job, and I wasn't gonna stop until I got it. So I made a plan. Finish my degree, get that piece of paper to make my mom and dad happy, and disappear. And I don't mean physically disappear. I'm saying you gotta go to a higher level thinking. You gotta hustle. You gotta work hard. And the most important thing of all, you gotta have patience. You gotta be willing to play the long-term game. Because for me, I'm in it for legacy.
Almost good. Almost happy. Okay, so the next one is called Instant Snow Disaster. Let's see what this is about. Obviously got snow, but...
So what happened was one day I was walking through Home Depot with my mom, and it was like the Christmas time. I don't live in a snowy place, so obviously they have like that fake snow stuff. It was like instant snow powder. You like add water and like makes snow. It was so cool. And I was like, Mom, we need to buy this. Okay, so we bought it. The next day, I like made some, I recorded it, and I like showed it to my friends. I was like, oh my god, look at how magical this is. And they were all like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I was like, yes. So they were like, oh my god, fam, can you get me some? Sure. So I just put it in a plastic Ziploc baggie, and then I wrote snow powder on it. I gave them some of it so they could make a ton of snow. So then one day, I guess the mom found the instant snow in their room. So the mom asked her, where'd you get this? Then the kid said, oh, from the school. And so the mom freaks out, like, oh my god, is my daughter getting cocaine from school? They like contacted the teacher and everything, and it's like, oh my god, this is happening. So the next day at school, while we're talking in recess, a teacher approaches us. Are you guys giving each other this powder in school? And we're all like, yeah, not knowing that she meant cocaine. The teacher flips out. She's like, oh my god. So then she calls police, obviously, because there's like drugs at school. Drugs in quotation marks. So when the police gets there, they ask, where did you get this from? And I once again, I thought they were just talking about the fake snow. I was like, I didn't know fake snow was against the rules. I said, from my mom. I'm so sorry, Mom. And then they were like, oh my god, and they started flipping out. They called my mom, and they're like, I'm giving a child drugs. And she's like, what, no? And they're like, then what's this white powder stuff? And she's like, oh, you're talking about the Insta Snow. Yeah, my daughter wanted some, so I got her some fake snow, like that Insta Snow, and she told them about the stuff. So the police was all like, oh, okay, cool. And then, so yeah, then they left, and it was just a normal day.
That was good. Alright. Well, I think that wraps up today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Always remember to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you can see all my videos first. Goodbye.